Okay. First, I'll get you to just say your name and your rank, and then if you could spell your name, your first and your last name for us.
Okay. My name is Corporal Linda Steele, Lynda Steele.
Okay, what unit are you in?
I'm in Alpha Battery 160th.
Okay. And when you joined the Guard, how long have you been in the National Guard?
Next weekend it'll be 10 years, and I joined in 2008.
Okay. I just kind of make sure when you answer, just kind of say, hey, I've been in the Guard.
Okay.
You know,
you want me to do that again?
Try to start with the question a little bit. But
Okay. You want me?
Great. So 10 years. So in that 10-year time period, what have you always been field artillery? What have you been before? Like, why field artillery now?
Okay. Well, when I originally enlisted, I was actually a 92 Alpha maintenance supply, and I was in the 271, and my unit reorged about 4 years ago, and we were overstrength in my MOS, and I needed to find a new home and a new job, and the battalion commander at the time came down and pitched us about joining field artillery, and what sold me on it was his passion. He came down and gave the best speech I have ever seen in my whole life, and I wanted to be a part of leadership that had that much passion for what they were doing. So that was my first motivation. So I thought about it, and I went to Golf Company 160th, and I was on battalion ammo for 2 years waiting for artillery to open up to females, and they would let me come down on the gun line and pump a couple rounds, load a couple rounds, break them out, and I just knew, like, I want to do this. So I did.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how does that feel, being a female soldier in what's been predominantly an all-male field? What's that dynamic like? How does that feel?
The dynamic doesn't feel any different from working with other male soldiers in any of my other units. We all come here to do a job, and the closer you are with your team and the more productive you are with your team, just the better your team's going to be. And that's what I've felt this whole time. You know, I give it my all, and my team members give it their all, and we're a great gun because of it.
So today's the last day that you'll be firing the 119 Alpha 2s. How does it feel, this being your last day, to fire these? Is it bittersweet? What is that like?
Both. I mean, it's bittersweet that it's going to be our last time firing it. It's exciting to get it's exciting to get to learn a new weapon system within field artillery. You know, a lot of the older guys will talk about the older weapons they've been able to shoot, and I'm new. You know, this is my only weapon system I've ever known. So to learn a new one, I'm excited. Sad to see it go. It's what I know. But
so can you tell us about what your job is on the gun? What do you do?
My job on the gun is to be the gunner. I'm the one that has to sight our gun into our quadrant deflection that we're given down from FDC, so I have to sight our gun to where it's going to shoot.
So how will your job change with the new weapon, or do you know yet? Like with the new system?
Well, from what I understand with the weapon system that we have coming, it's going to be digital. So what that affects is, you know, the comms or FDC gives us our quadrant deflection of what we're going to fire, and that comes down through our radio. The new system is digital, and that's going to come down to a computer that's going to be attached to the gun. So, from my understanding, so I guess it would just be reading it and then sighting it in. I'm not sure about how I'm going to do, if it's going to be manual with wheels or what yet. So
Very cool. So what is your day job?
My day job?
Day job.
I work at Tinker Air Force Base as a tool crib attendant.
Okay.
I actually took the experience that the Guard gave me as a 92 Alpha, which was maintenance supply, and applied it to the civilian world. And I've been in maintenance supply for 10 years.
Very cool. So how do you feel like things on your Guard's job now here translate to your civilian job, or vice versa?
How do I feel it translates to my
Yes.
civilian job? It doesn't. It's actually a good break from the civilian job I have. I like the fact that 1 week in a month I can come out here and do something completely different than what I do on my day job. 28 days out of the month I'm a mom. I work, and 2 or 3 days out of the month, 2 weeks out of the year, I get to come out here and work my butt off and be a gunner, and I love it.
So I'm going to ask a question, but when you answer, you're going to look at him.
Okay.
It's going to feel a little weird.
Okay.
What is your favorite part of being on the gun line?
My favorite part of being on the gun line is working closely with people who have the same passion I have, doing the same job I'm doing. And being able to be a part of that leadership now for my gun has really just excited me. I haven't found one bad thing yet. Maybe I'm too new to see the bad, but I love everything about it.
That's it.
Anything you want? That's good.
You're great.
That do good?
You're awesome.
No,